Hello, Los Angeles Dodgers fans. We've got fresh, exclusive videos and the latest updates just for you. Before we dive in, make sure to join our channel and hit that like button. This is the best way to stay on top of all the breaking news. Teoscar Hernandez was noticeably absent from the Los Angeles Dodgers lineup on that crucial Sunday game, a move that immediately caught the attention of fans and analysts alike. The Dodgers were staring down the possibility of a sweep at the hands of the Arizona Diamondbacks, a scenario that no team at this stage of the season wants to encounter, and yet Hernandez's struggles have become too prominent to ignore. In recent days, he had been grappling with both inconsistency at the plate and lapses in defensive execution, issues that had begun to erode confidence in his role as a regular starter. Dodgers manager Dave Roberts, known for his candid approach when evaluating player performance, made it clear that the team's recent lack of focus and underwhelming execution could no longer be overlooked, emphasizing that every player on the roster must earn their spot through tangible contributions on the field. The decision to sit Hernandez in a game that was considered more important than the average matchup underscored a broader philosophy that Roberts has consistently articulated throughout his tenure. Effort, performance, and accountability are non-negotiable, even for established starters. I think clearly he hasn't handled right-handed pitching. I think a two-day reset can help, Roberts explained, highlighting that while Hernandez remains a daily player under normal circumstances, the team's current situation demands that performance dictate playing time. This moment was emblematic of the broader challenge the Dodgers face as they navigate the final stretch of the season, a period in which every decision can carry significant implications for playoff, positioning, and team morale. Replacing Hernandez in right field was Alex Call, a player who had been steadily carving out his role since joining the Dodgers from the Washington Nationals. While his overall numbers, batting .244, on-base percentage .333, and slugging .378, reflect a modest contribution over 22 games, Call's recent form has been encouraging. Over his last 15 games, he has hit .300, maintained an on-base percentage of .387, and slugged .467, showcasing not only his offensive capabilities, but also a defensive reliability that has been crucial for the team in tight games. The contrast between Call's recent productivity and Hernandez's ongoing slump, where he has managed only a batting average of .185, an on-base of .233, and slugging of .389 over the same span, painted a stark picture of the urgency that Roberts emphasized. Hernandez's defensive performance, occasionally appearing lackluster, has further amplified questions about his current value to the team, raising concerns that effort, or the perception of effort, plays as much a role in lineup decisions as raw talent. Roberts' message was clear. The Dodgers are not a team where complacency is tolerated, and no player, regardless of reputation or previous success, is immune from scrutiny. You've got to perform. Certain guys earn and deserve from what I see. If you play well, you're going to play, and I think that's the way it should be. Especially with where we're at right now, Roberts asserted, reinforcing a culture of accountability that has been a hallmark of his managerial style. Hernandez's struggles, however, are not a recent phenomenon. Since the beginning of June, he has been among the team's least productive hitters, batting just .209, posting an on-base percentage of .252, and slugging .382 across 68 games, which translates to the lowest OPS and WRC+ among players with at least 200 plate appearances during that stretch. This statistic, which places him alongside other underperforming players like Michael Conforto, has made his absence from the lineup increasingly justifiable in the eyes of management. Yet, the Dodgers' approach to player evaluation is not merely punitive. It is strategic, emphasizing opportunity for those who demonstrate readiness and effort. Roberts has consistently reinforced that the team's identity is shaped by performance, commitment, and the ability to rise to the occasion. No one is going to be exempt. No one. I just think we got to pick the best players for who's playing. That's just the way it should be, he said, highlighting a philosophy where meritocracy guides decisions, and even star players are held accountable when their contributions wane. While Shohei Ohtani and Mookie Betts are expected to be staples in the lineup due to their consistent excellence, The underlying principle remains that anyone capable of elevating their game and contributing meaningfully will be granted opportunities, reinforcing a competitive environment that demands constant engagement and effort. Meanwhile, the Dodgers' struggles with injuries have further complicated their roster decisions. Max Muncy, a key figure in the team's offensive and defensive schemes, has been sidelined due to a Grade 1 right oblique strain, limiting his availability and impacting the team's ability to maintain offensive consistency. Originally anticipated to rejoin the lineup towards the end of a road trip, his progress was hampered by a minor illness, delaying his rehab timeline and preventing him from contributing during critical series. Roberts noted that although Muncy's overall condition is improving, a chest cold and cough have pushed back his return, meaning the earliest he could rejoin the team is in early September. Muncy's absence has had a tangible effect on the Dodgers' performance, as evidenced by the team's record of 54 wins and 35 losses in games in which he has participated this season, including a 50-30 mark when he is active in the lineup. His ability to impact games both offensively and defensively underscores why his delayed return is a focal point for management and fans alike, as the team looks to maximize every chance for a deep playoff run. To fill the gaps, the Dodgers have reintegrated players like Hye-Sung Kim and Michael Kopech following roster expansions, while Tommy Edman has begun a carefully managed rehab assignment in AAA Oklahoma City after an extended absence due to a right ankle sprain. These moves reflect a broader strategy of balancing recovery timelines with immediate roster needs, ensuring that the team can sustain competitiveness while safeguarding player health. Kim is projected to take on second base duties against right-handed pitching, complementing Edman's eventual role as the primary center fielder. Amidst these fluctuations, the Dodgers' identity has remained anchored by consistency from veteran leaders like Freddie Freeman and Clayton Kershaw. Freeman, in his fourth season with the team, has appeared in the vast majority of games and continues to be a stabilizing force despite occasional slumps. His pursuit of a batting title this year exemplifies his commitment to excellence and sets a performance standard for teammates. Kershaw, the longest-tenured Dodger, continues to offer a steady presence on the mound, adapting his approach even as his physical tools evolve with age. Freeman's impact goes beyond numbers. Roberts has praised his desire, gratitude, and relentless commitment to contributing every day, attributes that elevate the team culture and serve as a model for younger players. This emphasis on intangible contributions reinforces the Dodgers' approach to building a winning environment, where effort, focus, and resilience are as important as raw talent. The combination of strategic roster management, veteran leadership, and an uncompromising culture of accountability forms the backbone of the Dodgers' strategy as they enter the final month of the regular season, a critical stretch that will determine playoff seeding and momentum heading into October baseball. Even as Teoscar Hernandez navigates his slump and Max Muncy works his way back from injury, the Dodgers continue to adapt, making difficult but necessary decisions to ensure that the team fields the best possible combination of players each day. Every at-bat, defensive play, and managerial adjustment carries amplified significance in this late-season context. The interplay between performance, opportunity, and effort underscores a narrative that has defined the Dodgers season. That success in Major League Baseball is rarely guaranteed, and that resilience, adaptability, and accountability remain the true differentiators between a team merely competing and one positioning itself for a championship run. As the Los Angeles Dodgers moved deeper into the September stretch, every decision on the field seemed magnified, with the stakes higher than ever for a team determined to secure its spot in the postseason. The absence of Teoscar Hernandez and Max Muncy was more than just a statistical concern. It forced the Dodgers to confront the delicate balance between talent, effort, and timing. Alex Call's presence in right field, for example, was not simply a substitution. It represented a broader shift in the team's philosophy toward rewarding performance over reputation. Call had shown flashes of consistency and a renewed sense of confidence at the plate, and his defensive reliability provided Roberts with a sense of security in the outfield, especially in high-pressure situations where every misplay could swing the momentum of a game. The Dodgers were no longer simply leaning on the names in the lineup. They were actively shaping a roster that could respond dynamically to slumps, injuries, and the inevitable fatigue that comes at this point in the long Major League Baseball season. Hernandez, despite his struggles, remained a figure of interest, not only because of his previous accomplishments, but also because of the psychological and strategic challenges inherent in managing a player of his caliber during a slump. Roberts' comments about performance and effort were indicative of a larger tension within the clubhouse. How to motivate a player to regain form without eroding confidence or fostering resentment. It was a delicate balancing act, one that required both direct communication and subtle management of playing time, practice routines, and situational responsibilities. The two-day reset was more than just time off. It was a calculated opportunity for Hernandez to recalibrate, to step back, assess his approach against right-handed pitching, and return to the lineup with renewed focus. In many ways, this moment symbolized the broader ethos of the Dodgers season. Talent alone is insufficient, and every member of the roster must demonstrate adaptability, commitment, and resilience to maintain a position in the lineup. The pressure to perform was not limited to veterans or marquee players. It extended to every member of the roster. Alex Call's recent surge, highlighted by a batting line of .300, on-base percentage of .387, and slugging of .467 over his last 15 games, underscored the rewards for those who could seize opportunity. His performance was a tangible reminder that the Dodgers' ethos was meritocratic, driven by measurable contribution and visible effort. Conversely, Hernandez's slump served as a cautionary tale, demonstrating how even talented players must consistently earn their spot through execution, focus, and adaptability. Roberts' philosophy was clear: no player, regardless of past achievements, is immune from accountability. In a league where one swing, one defensive play, or one managerial decision can shift a series, maintaining a culture that rewards performance and punishes complacency is essential for sustaining competitiveness. As the Dodgers progressed through late August into September, their schedule amplified the stakes, with every game carrying playoff implications. The series against the Diamondbacks, where Hernandez was rested, was emblematic of these high-pressure scenarios. The Dodgers understood that being swept in a series could have far-reaching consequences, not only for their standings, but also for team morale. Each matchup required meticulous preparation. Pitchers needed to adapt to the strengths and weaknesses of opposing batters. Fielders had to anticipate complex plays, and hitters needed to identify and exploit pitcher tendencies. In this context, the contributions of returning players like Kim, Kopech, and Edman were not simply additive. They were integral to maintaining the competitive equilibrium of the team. Every adjustment in the lineup, every strategic defensive shift, and every pinch hit appearance was a calculated decision designed to maximize the Dodgers' chances of winning in a tightly contested league. Even as the season progressed toward its climax, the Dodgers demonstrated an ability to adapt, innovate, and respond to adversity. Lineup adjustments, injury management, and strategic pitching rotations reflected a comprehensive approach to the complexities of professional baseball. Hernandez's temporary absence, Call's emergence, Muncy's delayed return, and the reintegration of Kim and Edman collectively illustrated the dynamic nature of roster management, where every decision carried ramifications for the team's short-term performance and long-term trajectory. Within this framework, the Dodgers continue to emphasize fundamentals, preparation, and effort, cultivating an environment where each player understood that their contribution was both valued and scrutinized, and that maintaining a spot in the lineup required ongoing commitment and performance. The interplay between veteran leadership, emerging talent, and strategic decision-making encapsulated the essence of the Dodgers' approach during this critical stretch. Freeman's consistency, Kershaw's adaptability, and the recalibration of players like Hernandez and Call exemplified how a team could navigate slumps, injuries, and high-stakes competition simultaneously. Each game became a microcosm of the broader season narrative, a test of resilience, skill, and strategic acumen. Roberts' philosophy of accountability, performance-based opportunity, and tactical patience ensured that the Dodgers remained competitive, poised to contend in the playoffs and capable of overcoming the inevitable obstacles that define Major League Baseball's grueling schedule. But before we move forward, don't forget to join our channel and give this video a like. Your support helps us keep delivering the latest news about the Los Angeles Dodgers. We'd love to hear your thoughts on the news, so drop a comment below. In what has become one of the most shocking developments in Major League Baseball history, Aaron Judge, the towering slugger and face of the New York Yankees, has reportedly made the decision to leave the Bronx and head west to join the Los Angeles Dodgers. The news, which began as a whisper among insiders and quickly escalated into a full-blown media frenzy, has sent shockwaves through both fan bases, creating an atmosphere of disbelief and speculation. Judge, who has long been celebrated for his monumental home runs, charismatic presence, and status as a cultural icon in New York, seems to be embracing a new challenge on the Pacific Coast. Sources suggest that the Dodgers, known for their aggressive pursuit of top-tier talent and their relentless drive for championships, have made a compelling offer that Judge found impossible to refuse. The combination of a fresh environment, new teammates, and the chance to compete in a highly competitive National League West division appears to have been a decisive factor in his surprising move. Fans of the Yankees are reportedly reeling from the news, grappling with the idea that a player so deeply intertwined with the identity of the franchise is suddenly donning a new uniform. The rumors, persistent and increasingly detailed, indicate that the negotiations were not only extensive but also intense, reflecting the high stakes involved for both the player and the teams. Speculation continues to mount regarding the exact circumstances that led Aaron Judge to abandon his longtime home in New York, and while official confirmations remain scarce, insiders claim the decision was influenced by a combination of personal ambition and professional opportunity. Sources close to the Dodgers organization have described the potential signing as a game-changer, suggesting that Judge's arrival could dramatically alter the team's dynamic, pitching strategy, and overall competitiveness in the coming season. Analysts are already debating the ripple effects across Major League Baseball, with some suggesting that Judge's departure may trigger a chain reaction of trades, free agent movements, and strategic adjustments as teams scramble to recalibrate. The narrative being whispered in sports circles paints a picture of a superstar at a crossroads, choosing to prioritize championship aspirations, team culture, and a fresh start over the familiar comforts of New York. Meanwhile, Yankees fans accustomed to seeing Judge dominate the American League with prodigious power and unwavering determination are reportedly expressing disbelief, frustration, and even betrayal in online forums, social media threads, and fan gatherings. The dialogue surrounding the move has become almost feverish, with speculation ranging from contract details and salary negotiations to possible influences from management, coaching, and personal considerations. Each rumor adds fuel to the fire, and the story continues to evolve at a pace that leaves fans and commentators alike scrambling to keep up with every new tidbit emerging from sources close to the situation. The broader implications of Aaron Judge's rumored move extend far beyond the Yankees and Dodgers themselves, touching on the entire landscape of Major League Baseball, fan loyalty, and player mobility. Should this transfer materialize, it may redefine how superstar players approach contract negotiations, team loyalty, and career trajectory, potentially establishing a new precedent in the sport. Analysts have begun to ponder the domino effect on other teams, projecting potential trades, free agent signings, and even shifts in the balance of power across both leagues. The narrative circulating among insiders suggests that Judge's decision reflects a calculated move to optimize his career both on and off the field, embracing challenges, exposure, and the allure of a championship contending squad. Meanwhile, fan reactions continue to flood social media platforms, creating a mixture of shock, anger, fascination, and anticipation. The phenomenon has sparked debates over ethics, loyalty, and ambition, with some praising Judge's pursuit of excellence and others lamenting the apparent end of an era in New York. Media coverage is intensifying, with round-the-clock updates, interviews with anonymous sources, and expert commentary analyzing every nuance, from financial incentives to personal motivations, further fueling the rumor mill. The story has evolved into more than a sports headline. It has become a cultural touchpoint, reflecting the intersection of celebrity, ambition, and the business of baseball in ways few imagine possible. As the saga unfolds, both New York and Los Angeles are bracing for a period of adjustment, uncertainty, and heightened attention that will likely dominate the MLB conversation for months to come. Should Aaron Judge officially join the Dodgers, the repercussions will resonate in locker rooms, front offices, and fan communities alike, setting the stage for what may become one of the most scrutinized and discussed player movements in the history of the sport. While official confirmation remains pending, the persistent rumors, insider reports, and speculative narratives circulating in media circles paint a vivid picture of a dramatic shift, one that challenges assumptions about loyalty, identity, and the evolution of professional baseball. Fans, commentators, and team executives alike are watching every detail, weighing potential outcomes, and preparing for a new reality in which a player long synonymous with the Yankees now represents a rival team on the opposite coast. Meanwhile, discussions continue regarding the practicalities of integration, including lineup changes, marketing campaigns, stadium receptions, and social media engagement, all pointing to the profound significance of Judge's potential transition. Regardless of final confirmation, the speculation alone has generated a storm of attention, reinforcing the status of Aaron Judge not only as an elite athlete, but as a central figure in a narrative that blends sports, entertainment, and media intrigue into a single, electrifying story. As fans await further developments, the rumor of Judge's move continues to dominate headlines, sparking debates, theories, and anticipation that promise to keep the baseball world captivated well into the next season. That's all for this update. If you enjoyed the video and want to stay up to date with exclusive news about the Los Angeles Dodgers, be sure to subscribe to our channel and hit that like button. We always appreciate your comments and feedback.